I'm at the that noise you keep on hearing is there's some locals for imagine a small fee. They scare the pigeons so you can take a picture with all the pigeons, like 100 of them kind of behind you in your photo. So that's what you hear at this gate. This is the Tay gate, and I'm starting the video here because this is kind of like ground zero for tourism in Chiang Mai. So if you're coming to Chiang Mai, you're definitely going to come to this gate, and this is kind of like the center of the tourist area. The old city starts just through these gates, and I've actually seen this gate in other YouTube videos as I was researching Chiang Mai, and I was actually always curious as to what is on the other side of the gate. So everybody stands here, and you know, a million people are taking pictures just like that guy getting the pigeons scared. But I want to take a walk through the gate because I was always curious what is on the other side of the gate, and I always imagined it would be like a courtyard or something, or like a fort on the other side of it. But as you can see, it completely is not that. It's just it's an entrance to the old city, but there's no courtyard or fort. Or I kind of thought there'd be like a military fort on the other side of it. But this wall is I mean, really beautiful. The brickwork on it from the 13th century. But let me cross the street here while I can, because that's actually a first impression I'll mention is the traffic is actually pretty chaotic here, but the crossing the street is really chaotic. So that's one of the first impressions I noticed, is you really have to watch when crossing the street, because that crosswalk there was actually surprisingly probably the best one I've used so far. Most of them are not, they're more like suggestions, and there might be a crosswalk painted in the road, but the drivers aren't following it, so you really have to be careful walking across the street. So this area right by the gate is obviously extremely tourist. I mean, it's kind of designed for all the tourists in the area here. The temperature, I'll mention as one of my first impressions, is just amazing. I'll try and put a screenshot on the screen here of what the temperature has been like and what it's supposed to be like. So you can see from that screenshot, just unbelievable. 26, 27, 28 degrees Celsius as the high every day, and like 16 or 17 as the low, and sunny every day with no rain. So basically absolutely perfect. Like if you were to create a computer program of beautiful weather, that's what you would create. A few more first impressions of Chiang Mai. One, it's a great, beautiful city. It's, I'd say, kind of medium on the walkability. So the sidewalks, and I'll kind of show here. You gotta watch where you're walking. They're not great. They're not horrible. Now, I will also mention another first impression I had is it really feels like there's kind of two sides to the city. There's Niman, the kind of modern part where I'm not right now, and that feels like you could be in, you know, modern area Bangkok, or really kind of any big modern city in the world. And then there's the rest of the city where the temples are, the old city where I am now. So as you're picking a place to stay, Niman is actually kind of a bit of a bubble. Like it's outside fairly far, like a 30-minute walk, or thing with the traffic to get there is even if you think, oh, just get a grab or a car or something, the traffic is fairly heavy. So Niman, well, it is modern, it feels completely different from the rest of the city, and I'll put a clip on the screen right now about Niman, because I did stop by there since I've been here. That is a clip of Niman, and then again, that is completely different from all the rest of the city that you will see, where there's just temples everywhere, and these, like the beautiful gate that I started the video at, you see walls like that, ancient walls all over the place. So as you're deciding where to stay, that is remember, Niman is a bit of a bubble. There is tons and tons of things like restaurants and bars and anything you might need to purchase, a huge mall, but most of the tourist attractions you are going to be in the old city for. So you're a fair bit away from Niman. Again, 30-minute walk, 15-ish minute to drive through, generally a lot of traffic. As far as costs go, I'll start with the first one that pretty much everybody is going to have once they arrive to the city, and that's a grab from the airport. So the airport, unlike kind of most cities I find, especially big cities, the airport is actually often never located in the city itself, but in Chiang Mai it is. Like, the airport is truly in the city. It was like a 10 or 15 minute ride to get to where I'm staying from the airport. So that was around a 200 baht grab ride, so extremely reasonable to get to your accommodation from the airport. And Grab is of course something that download it as soon as you can, before you get here, whenever you can. Grab you'll use. I mean, I have like meals, 1 or 2 a day I get from Grab. I use the taxis or the transportation a couple times a day. It's something that you use over and over again. You can get like supplies to your place that you're staying delivered to you, like water, toilet paper, that type of thing. So Grab is something you're going to want to have, and it's like Southeast Asia's Uber. As far as some other costs, I'll kind of mention it really has a lot to do with kind of how you want to live. If you eat Thai food and you don't need kind of Western food all the time, you can keep your food budget like way down. So a Thai meal you're looking at generally 40 to 60 baht, so kind of $1.50 to $3 type of thing. You can get a Thai meal like pretty much anywhere. So rice with chicken, beef with chicken vegetables, beef with rice, beef with noodles, that type of thing. A kind of traditional Thai meal. So if you're good to eat that, then you can keep your food costs down, I would say, quite easily to $10 a day. If you need kind of North American burgers or something like that, the price jumps pretty drastically, pretty quickly. Looking at more like $10, $12, $15. As far as the Grab rides itself, so taxis basically that you order on the Grab app, and I don't take the motorcycles, I take an actual, I mean, it usually ends up being a compact car, and that is extremely well priced as well. Again, there you're looking at 60, 80, 100 baht for most rides in the city in a car. A motorcycle would be even cheaper, obviously. I don't do the motorcycles because I'm just not looking for the possible liability or health insurance not covering something if anything happened. And the price difference, I mean, it's, again, even they're generally brand new cars, like 60, 80, 90, 100. So $3-4 to get a Grab pretty much anywhere in the city. So I touched on it a bit earlier in the video as far as the walkability of the city, and I mentioned kind of the sidewalks and the actual condition of the road, like how it is kind of walking, but I also mentioned the walkability as far as the size of the city. So most things are kind of fairly close together. You can pretty much walk to them, or how I've been generally doing is take a Grab to kind of an area and then walk around. But the city is not massive as far as area. It's around 1 million people, I believe, the metro area. And it kind of feels like a city that size. It's big, but not too big. So it's pretty good for walking. Again, in the Niman area and kind of some more maybe newer areas, the sidewalks are better, but between Grab and walking, it's very kind of easy to get around. As far as some other costs I'll mention is beer. If you drink beer, it's kind of 40-50 baht at the convenience store. So you're looking at $1.50, $2 maybe. So again, your budget is really, you can have a really low budget here if you want. If you don't need to be eating like Western kind of food and fancy restaurants every meal, and you're good with Thai food, you can definitely keep your budget down a fair bit. Accommodation, and that also depends on your kind of level of comfort and what you're looking for, but accommodation is I found very reasonable. I'm in Chiang Mai for a month, and so I got a great monthly rate, less than $500. Now, a lot of that really depends on where you're staying. So Niman, kind of fancier, more trendy area, is going to be more expensive. The old city, especially depending on where you are, everybody kind of wants to be in there. I'm out a little bit, but with the Grab prices, I mean, I'm wherever I want to be in 15 minutes pretty much. So for a long-term stay, it's definitely worth it for me. You can see also, as far as first impressions or just impressions in general, is as I've been walking around in this video, it's just very nice. Like everything is just very pleasant, and I haven't even had a path in mind really in the video. I'm just walking around, and kind of wherever you go, you just find, especially near the old city, you just find beautiful things, and it's a beautiful day. It's all sorts of nice smells from the great cooking. Definitely a very pleasant city to be in. As I mentioned near the start of the video though, I will say, I mean, the temples, there's a lot to see, and then other than that, a lot of the main kind of tourist attractions, if you search them up, a lot of them are going to be outside of the city. Another thing I'll mention as far as a first impression that I meant to mention is the bank. The ATM fees are fairly high here, so the Thai bank is going to charge you 2 to 250 baht on top of what your home bank charges you. So you might want to consider bringing Thai baht with you if you can, or when you do take money out of the ATM, take out as much as you can at a time, because the bank fees definitely add up, and that's going to be across Thailand in general. The thing I wanted to cover was mosquitoes. So mosquitoes, I found I've been bitten a number of times since I have gotten here. Basically, well, it feels like 2 times a day, I don't know why, and I have been using mosquito repellent, and generally when I use that I'm good, but with mosquito repellent, I mean, that's why the locals, you often see them in long pants, long shirt. One is protect against the sun, but 2, really the only way you're gonna stop the mosquitoes is long clothing, because they always seem to get around the mosquito repellent, or it wears off, or you forget to put it on. But I have seen mosquitoes. It's now the dry season, it's the end of November, so all these kind of temperatures and things I've been mentioning, a lot of it has to do with, of course, the season. So the season now is the start of the dry season, end of November, and again, I have seen mosquitoes. I have gotten bit a number of times. They're not extremely prevalent like they would be in the rainy season, of course. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and we will see you in the next video from Chiang Mai, Thailand. Peace.